Everybody, today I want to talk to you a little bit about interest rates. Of course, everybody's seen the news. It's not news to anybody that interest rates have gone up, and they've gone up very substantially. And of course, when you're in the context of housing, that's a very big component of your budget, and that can, that's generally perceived as a negative, as just a purely negative set of circumstances. Where interest rates were in the 2s, now they're in the 5s, and that significantly increases the cost of your money. And I'm not here to argue that that's not the case, but I do want to maybe change the perspective and the narrative a little bit. And for first-time homebuyers especially, I think this can be a real positive because, we all know that this was a very tough market for first-time homebuyers, depending on what market you were in, but really across the country. Prices were going up substantially, and homes are very, very competitive. It was a very seller-oriented market. And if you were a buyer, it was very hard to be the winning bid unless you were a cash buyer, had a lot of money down, had inside connections. And this has really kind of slowed that down. We're seeing that all across the country. We're seeing in the hottest markets, for example, here in my market, Bellevue, Washington was, recently in the news as more expensive than Manhattan. It was kind of taken over as one of the most expensive, most exclusive areas in the country. And talked to an agent there yesterday, and he's got a couple of listings that are sitting there, right? Because things are coming down, the market is adjusting. And that can really be a good development for first-time homebuyers because whereas, I've had many buyers that have been looking for a very long time and really kind of were never really, never in the running for many of the, properties that they wanted to look at or even offers that they made. They never really made an offer that was going to seriously catch the seller's attention. Well, now there's a lot more sellers out there that are sitting. Properties are sitting longer. Prices are getting adjusted. They're coming down. And that's a good development. That's a good development for those of you. So if you've been on the sidelines for a while and you think, well, now rates are up, my chance is lost. Really, I think of it in a different light. Rates are up. Yes, that's true. But property inventory is up as well, and the time on market is up as well. So there's a lot more opportunities for you to go out there and get, to put a bid on a property and maybe be that winning bid. And the purchase price is forever. What you pay for that property is forever. Interest rates aren't necessarily forever. Now, no one's going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that rates are going to come down. You'll be able to refinance lower. But historically, that's what happens. That's what happens. You go through these higher peaks in the mortgage, with mortgage interest rates, and then, another phase in the economy happens, within, let's say, 5 years or so, and interest rates come down and you can refinance into those lower rates. Now, again, there's no guarantee, and you shouldn't get into a property assuming that that's going to be the case. But I think it's not an unreasonable thing to hope for. And it is an opportunity right now for you to get into a house, fix that cost of your money, and then begin building that equity. So thanks so much. Hope that helps.